Could use a second opinion from my fellow ladies. Sir, I thought I finally met a nice guy, but now I'm not so sure. My father taught me how to do things like car maintenance, from changing a flat to the incredibly complex act of putting windshield fluid in. Lol. How to use tools, etc. My dad always said he didn't want me to have to depend on a man to do these simple things for me. However, I've noticed, and not just with this guy, that it seems to make him feel resentful when I do these things myself. Conversely, in the past, asking for help has resulted in a sigh. Women can't take care of things attitude. Recently, I had mentioned I purchased a lift-top coffee table and put it together myself. I sent him a pic of the assembled table when I was done. While a second person would have been helpful, I used chairs and a step stool to hold pieces up during the more difficult parts of assembly. I was proud of having done it myself. He never offered to help. But after the fact, he said, "Why didn't you ask me? I should have done that for you. You probably did it wrong." And has been pouty ever since. He even accused me of having another guy help me, but apologized for saying that. 1. I wasn't comfortable with him coming over so soon. And 2. I'm perfectly capable of putting together a table. I am thinking this one needs to be thrown back in the sea. But maybe my past trauma is leaking through. And I'm overreacting. Halfway through I thought, oh well, I could probably argue a point in justifying and explaining his behavior until he told you that you probably did it wrong and accused you of having another guy help you. No one needs this negative behavior. Since H is already comfortable being such an asshole to you, show asshole behavior early on. It won't get any better from here on out. He showed you who he really is. Believe him. Yeet that fucker back into the sea as far as you can. And has been pouty ever since. He even accused me of having another guy help me. Throw him back. Those are red flags. Throw it back. Major insecurity problems. ETA insecurity is fine if one is working on it. Taking it out on you like this is immature. Toss him back into the sea. Don't have a conversation about it. Just politely inform him that you're not feeling a connection and you wish him the best, then stop responding. Go, you enjoy your accomplishment, and throw him back. He is sexist at best. Insecure and an emotional manipulator. Sounds like you misunderstood and met a nice guy and not a man who is nice. Throw that fish back into the sea unless you want to spend the next however many years catering to his fragility. That said, great job on the table, I am impressed. You probably did it wrong. A guy probably helped you. Wow. That's really nasty. He's very insecure and sexist. He's just going to get angrier and nastier with you as you continue being awesome. Bravo for putting together that tricky coffee table. Smile. Bro has to go. He's too insecure. You deserve better. Let him go, he has issues. Nah, this is weak shit. Pouting about not being minimally useful. Fuck to the no. That's some toxic shit. He should find your independence to be a good thing. Oh, but if you even find a guy that is man enough to admit he needs your help with man stuff, that's a keeper. I don't mean a helpless man-child who makes you do it every time, but like, hey, I have never changed a tire and you have. Can you walk me through it first time? Or even, I've changed my tire a billion times but I can't figure out where the jack goes on this rental. Will you look underneath and see if you see a spot? That man is secure in his man-ness. And has been pouty ever since. He even accused me of having another guy help me. Danger Will Rogers. Danger. Probably did it wrong. This guy either thinks you're an idiot, or wants you to start thinking you're an idiot. He sounds very insecure and sexist. Get rid of him. Your dad is right. There's no reason you should have to depend on another person. Leaning for support is fine. Working together is fine. Your so should be a partner, not a master boss. Drop him. My ex insisted on assembling furniture, even pieces I bought for myself like a desk. I told him he wasn't allowed to help anymore when he drove a screw completely through the MDF and pierced the veneer of said brand new desk that we could barely afford at the time. He was always pouty when I didn't let him do these things, but he'd also either procrastinate far too long or fuck it up. This man is a walking red flag. Generally, any man who has the mindset of women can't do anything and always need help is a walking red flag. One of the things that attracted me to my wife is her story about carrying her car battery in on cold nights before class so the car would start in the morning. I like a handy woman. When we first started dating, she didn't want me repairing her stuff because prior boyfriends claimed to be able to fix things, but ended up only making things worse. It took a couple years to convince her I could be trusted. You seem to be attracting fragile males who feel threatened by your ability. Just want to say, some of us appreciate it. Toss him back. You probably did it wrong. No. You did the table right. You picked a date wrong. Toss him back and pat yourself on the back for seeing the red flag and recognizing it. You already knew this. You just second-guessed yourself. That's okay. We all do it from time to time. The "you probably did it wrong" comment is unforgivably rude and sexist. Dump him. I also take a lot of pride in handy tasks, and over the years, I have dated many people who can't handle it. But it helped me realize that it is one of my bottom line requirements for a relationship. I am happy to say that I have been with someone for 5 years now who likes that I can do these things myself. And we take turns taking the lead on projects. I wouldn't have it any other way. So it's out there. Being clear with yourself about your needs is a helpful step towards finding the right person. Red flags. Blowing in the wee and NNNDDDDD. When you see the MMMM, throw them back in. Toss him out with the trash. A good partner should not get upset or jealous of you doing your own maintenance and repairs. He even accused me of having another guy help me, but apologized for saying that. Lol. He may have apologized, but having the first impulse to jump to this conclusion is a giant red flag. His saying "you probably did it wrong" would really irritate me. That's basically saying, as a woman, you are obviously too stupid to do well anything technical. Big red flag for me. I wouldn't stand hearing something like that all the time. Pouty. Gross. Throw him back. The insecurity will get old. You'll get resentful and annoyed. My BF really values being able to do men's work around my house, like the lawn and whatnot. I usually let him, but take care of it myself when he's out of town or unable to for whatever reason. But when I do men's work on my own, fixed the washer and troubleshot HVAC thermostat earlier this summer, he's super proud about it. My baby's badass, she can do anything. He finds it attractive that I don't need him. Find a man like that, one that cheerleads you, champions you. Whatever you do,